All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai. Peace and blessings to all you listening. And I'm gonna start right here. First Timothy's chapter 3. 2 Timothy's chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Right. So, and we're in the last days right now. So we're in those perilous times. You go into perilous. It says hard to do, to take, to approach, hard to bear, troublesome and dangerous, harsh, fierce, and savage. Okay, and we're in those times, right? Like I said, it's hard to do, to take, and to approach. And you gotta understand, like, what is it even talking about? This is talking about as far as dealing and remaining in the spirit, right? Because remain in the spirit, because we know that the times we're in right now, you're going to have people heavily influenced by Satan, and it's really, really hard to resist them. Okay, we're in those perilous, troublesome times right now, right? It says, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves," right? So, if a person is a lover of themselves, they're just that alone off top is the opposite of what we're supposed to be, because Yahweh Shai want us to love other people and esteem other people higher than ourselves, right? So covetous, love of money, avarice, right? Fond of silver and money, because you got people just putting money over everything. You got literally people who have tattoos, and that's their motto: money over everything, right? That's literally the time we're in right now, right? They put money over God. They put money over love. They put money over family. They put money over everything. Money is just over everything. These are just those type of people. Boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despised of those that are good, right? And again, these are the times that we're in right now, okay? And this is what you got to be aware of. Anybody could be a potential host for Satan to try to get you to leave this spirit and to resort to the things of the flesh, right? Let me go there real quick to clarify. Galatians 5 and 19. Now these are the works of the flesh, and these are the type of spirits that Satan wants you to be in, right? He wants you to leave love, and he wants you to start dealing these things. And the way he does this is by hopping on people around you and have them act in a negative way. And also by putting you in certain positions to make you believe that the flesh is the only way that you can get out of it. So it says adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulation, wrath, strife, sedition, and heresies, envyings, murderers, drunkenness, revelings, and such alike. So Satan wants you to resort to these things, right? And there's also a few more that's not listed there. I'm gonna get it. Colossians 3, and these are just more things of the flesh that Satan wants you to resort to, right? Colossians 3 and 8, it says, Slack it. So it says Colossians 3:8, but now ye also put off all these things: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. So these are also terrible, bad things that of the flesh that Satan wants you to resort to, right? Anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, right? Lying. These are things that Satan wants you to do because because that's his game. And once you do these things, it puts you in bad positions, right? I'm gonna go over here. Job. And the first step in understanding and being able to defeat and to get around is understanding who the enemy is. Because if you don't know who the enemy is, you don't know who the fight is. You don't know where to go. You don't know who's against you. You got to first understand who the enemy is. And enemy is Satan, right? The enemy is Satan. It says, well, I don't want to say enemy. I'll say adversary. Okay, opposition. Because if you play your friend in like a video game, Madden 2K, he's your opposition. He's your opponent. But he's not necessarily like your enemy. He's not like your foe. You don't, you know? Slocky. Yeah, just because he's playing in the game, I mean, he wants to kill you, right? It's just a part of what it is, because we know Satan is not necessarily a bad guy. He's just doing his job. He's set up to be adverse, to test the saints. He's set up to be adverse to test the saints, okay? And we need that adversity to make us stronger, to make us grow. Because there is no growth in this thing of love without adversity. Okay, this adversity helps us to grow stronger. It gives us wisdom, and not only for us, but also to pass it along. Okay, being examples. Okay, giving guidance unto them who have not necessarily been in those same situations, but can learn from the situation that you've been in and help them grow. Because ultimately, that's what building is. Building is love, right? But this is Job 2:1. And again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came along with them to present himself before Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil. And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him, destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Yahweh and said, skin for skin, ye all that a man have will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. Right? So you see right here, Satan is the adversary. Okay? And he came at Job a couple different ways. Right? I'm going to get one. Job 2:9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. Because all these bad things was happening to Job. So his wife was like, you supposed to be a servant of God? Man, all these bad things, man, just go ahead and curse God and die already. And that was Satan getting on his wife. That was one form of testing him. And that was one, and that's one form of a test right there. Okay, he sent Satan got on his wife to have him do that, and Satan and Joel said what? I mean, Slakia. Job said, but he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall not we receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. So Job handled that perfectly. Okay, he didn't feed into it, right? He stuck to his faith. Okay, and that was one example. Here's another example, because Satan is going to come at you plenty of different ways. Your wife, your friend, your health. Okay, and Job got tested with it all, right? His friends, his wife, his health. And matter of fact, let me see, Job chapter 4, verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. So this is Job's friend telling Job, like, listen, all these bad things are happening to you, so obviously you must have done something wrong. Okay, so these are Job's friends coming against him. Like, you gotta be doing something wrong, because God's coming against you. He don't come against the righteous, so you gotta be wicked, right? So you got his friends coming against him, his wife, his health, his whole world is being turned upside down, right? His kids were killed, right? But Job understood that this was just test. Okay, the Lord is allowing this to happen. Okay, you're going to get good from the Lord, you're going to get bad from the Lord, but this is just, it is what it is. Okay, but the big part to help Job is understanding what was going on, understanding who was coming against him, understanding who was in a high seat and he controls all things. What's your name? Well, it's lucky. But that's a big part of it. You gotta understand who's coming against you, right? You gotta understand that it's not the people in front of you, but it's the spirits on the people, right? Let me see what we got. First Samuel 16 and 14. But the spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and the evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. Right? So here you have an example, right? David was King Saul was attempting to kill David multiple times. Okay? And here you can see what's going on. It says that what evil spirit entered into Saul and allowed these things to happen. Right? Which it didn't say Saul did it. It said an evil spirit got into Saul. And you know what happens next. Right? But that's the thing. You can't go around thinking that people are against you when it's not people that are against you. The spirits on people is what puts them as oppositions. Right? Luke 22:3. Then enters Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12.
Meeting Young Carter at the clubhouse. Okay? Yeah, I'm going, all right?
You too. Because a lot of people want to get. All right.